What's going on? What's going on, fam? This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're back continuing our series with Zodiac Health by the numbers. And today is all about Aries. That's right. So again, if you clicked on this video, you're watching this presentation, you clicked on it for a reason. There's no accident or coincidence. And I promise you, it'll be well worth your while. And it's all about just getting some new information, okay? And to really get things going, okay? But I promise you by the end of this presentation really, honestly, guys, is going to give you, some additional tools, that you can really utilize that, that can change your life from the inside out. And you'll also be able to help a lot of people, along your path as well. Okay. But, if at the same time frame, be sure to get these books to really empower yourself. I'm gonna have them included in the description area at the bottom of this presentation, and then also on the screen here. This is the one that we pretty much going to follow along this process, learn more about the entire you, the whole you. But this homeopathic cell salt remedies by Niggy Lennon and Lionel Roth, right? We're using this book, pretty much just going through the process, just scratching the surface level, because again, you're doing your own research too. But I'm presenting it to you, sharing my experiences with you. That way you can really level up and really, change some things and get things going, okay? But along your process, just make sure, you review things at least 3 times, that way you can really get a good working knowledge of, about this new material, this new information, okay? But again, these books would, really help answer a lot of those questions that you've been having, and have been really in the back of your mind, and nobody really can answer them, answer these questions. And it's all about, your experience as well, and about life in this universe, okay? But be sure to get these books, guys, okay? But also click the like and subscribe button down below. And also, it's all about, it's time for everybody to level up. So what I'm doing right now, I'm sharing my lessons, my experiences with you. That way, I can give you a quick tune up so you can really tune back into yourself and really, get everything back into balance. Okay. But just a quick recap, by now, we all should have a pretty fairly decent working knowledge about ourselves, using our own personal life path numbers, personal year, month, day number. But if not, after this presentation, of course, go back to my previous lecture, find your life path. I had a presentation about showing you how to calculate your life path numbers, your personal year numbers. Go back, find your numbers. That way you can get back into the ebb and the flow of yourself, because each individual person have their own biorhythm, okay? And that, it's all about intent, because you're showing the universe like, hey, I really want to change. Things are really not going right in my life, and I don't want to keep doing the same thing to get the same results. I want to do something different to get a different result. And that's what it's all about. That's the key to change and the key to success too. And everything's about, learning your lessons from these mistakes. It's all about learning the lessons, okay? But again, there's no cookie cutter recipe to life and to, these approach here. It's all about doing your own research, trusting your own intuition, your own inner voice, right? And just use these presentations as a tool and, and as a guide to get you to the next step, and that's what, that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing, my experience, giving you some proper expectations. And, that way, if you encounter the same issue, you'll know how to address them, if that makes sense. Okay. But we're back, and it's all about the number one, Aries, right? Aries, the leader, thinker, and the natural birth salt, for Aries is potassium phosphate. Okay. And again, it's all about, maintaining, balanced health, by using your own birth chart and numbers. And the blood is the life. And without perfect blood, health is impossible. Your thoughts, your belief, your words, emotion, and actions are always going to equal your reality and your results, not mine. Okay. It's all about learning more about yourself through self-discovery. Okay. So let's go from left to right, Aries, because it's all about you today. It's your world. So let's talk about, some things about what to expect with your sign and birth sign, okay, on the surface level. But going from left to right, again, guys, it's all about taking in new information. Biochemistry equal life chemistry. So disease is a deficiency in some of the chemical constituents that carry the chemistry of life and not an entity. Treat the root cause, not symptoms. George Carey. And he's the author of this, two of those books that I put in the description as well. Okay, get those books. So my whole philosophy is, what's more expensive, books and info that can really help prevent, illnesses and these so-called diseases, or a hospital bill. So I rather, I choose to empower myself with the right information, the right knowledge. And also, even if you just don't have access to books, it's all about using the process of elimination. Sometimes you have to just start from scratch, really monitor what you put inside of your body, from your mouth, your ears, your eyes, right? So really, because your input always going to equal your output, you got to change, the things that you putting in to get that different results, if that makes sense. But treat the person, not the symptoms. And so let's talk a little bit more about, Aries. Aries is that C note quality, right? And, these individuals, their sign ranged from March 21st to April 20th. And again, the cell salt for Aries is, potassium phosphate. It's brain food. It's helpful for nerves and brain imbalances. And on the emotional inner side, again, it's self-empowerment, ego, self-direct, leader, excitement, physically motivated. And on that exterior aspect, everything is interconnected again, it deals with the large, thick muscles, heart, growth, circulation, and also with the female reproduction as well. But along your journey, you'll soon realize, if you don't know it already, blood is the elixir of life. Blood is to the human body what the soil is to the plant. And it's common knowledge that poor, exhausted soil will produce only weak, sickly plants. In the same way, poor blood, lacking in essential constituents, will produce weak, sickly bodies, prone to disease. By enriching the soil, the ill-conditioned plant can be made to recover and flourish. The recovery of the ailing human body can best be achieved by a similar process, by restoring to the blood the constituents in which it is lacking. This is biochemistry, the chemistry of living tissues. So let's talk a little bit more, about Aries and this salt, potassium phosphate as we close, guys. Okay. So when it comes to, potassium phosphate, it is the most important of the 3 potassium cell salt remedies. Now, homeopathic practitioners worldwide rely on its safe and effective, they rely on it as a safe and effective tranquilizer. Okay. Now, for biochemical preparation of potassium phosphate, potassium is mixed with phosphoric acid until the solution is slightly alkaline, as opposed to acid. Now, phosphoric acid is vital to the brain, to brain chemistry, because it combines with other substances and become part of the gray matter of the brain. Thus, potassium phosphate has been found to help people suffering from psychological problems such as depression, anxiety, and irritability. It also helps with headaches and restores healthful sleep patterns. Now, this remedy is also, prescribed for, with people that have like memory loss issues and dementia associated problems as well with the aging process. As we close, potassium phosphate, it basically operates as a detergent in the large intestines and alimentary canal, and it also vital to the action of the heart. Now, some researchers believe that the key to preventing cancer is to really understand the chemical changes affected on the cells by potassium. Further research will undoubtedly clarify the connection between specific potassium levels and cellular health, and will perhaps result in finding ways to utilize this most important substance in the treatment of cancer. And, I could really use that too, because my mom passed away from cancer. So, this has been a story of my life, just really digging and searching for different alternatives, different ways to prevent and help people, on an inner level. So, that way we don't wait until the problem has ran its course and then we want to really take action versus, just prevention the whole entire time, guys. All right. But just a quick recap, if you follow me on the right here, biochemistry is life chemistry. Make sure you learn these 7 hermetic principles and use them daily. Number one, Aries, you the thinker, the leader. You're a natural doubter until you figure things out. We all are. We doubt ourselves all the time, but it's all about learning from our mistakes, right? And really, and some people just they like to see results. They like to see things how they operate and then take action. But it's all good. But the natural birth salt, that potassium phosphate, is the first cell salt to become deficient, in symptoms of disease or illnesses for, this sign, Aries. So, anytime you feel a little ill, 80% of the time, this salt is deficient. Okay. But the common uses, again, for head, sleep, acidic body, natural tranquilizer, memory, jangled nerves, brain cells, that gray matter, right? Headaches, anxiety, depression, and also dementia. And a telltale sign, deficiency sign is, you lack of mental clarity, bad judgment, and comprehension. And, every 30 days, your body creates new cell based on the nutrients that you put in it. All right. Change the input for a better output. It's okay to start from scratch. Really question everything that we've been taught to eat or what you're eating right now. Everything has a root cause. Treat the entire body, not the symptom. And for dosage, this is just in my experience, I love use these numbers 369. These numbers are very special and magical. Okay. But start small and work your way up. Start with the number 3 twice a day or as needed. And, you cannot overdose on these cell salts. Your body would naturally take the, pretty much the resource that it needs. And, trust your intuition, investigate and trust the process. Give your body at least 90 days to do its own thing naturally, guys. Okay, number one, Aries, you the leader, the thinker. And again, your birth salt is the potassium phosphate, but again, your thoughts, your belief, your words, emotion, action is always going to equal your reality and your results. And, we'll be back with the next presentation dealing with Taurus. But again, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.